Hey, what's going on, everybody? And as you can probably tell, I like to drink beer. So we are going to talk about some of the best breweries in Colorado Springs, and we're going to get started right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Mark with My Front Range Living, powered by RE/MAX Integrity. I'm a full-time real estate agent here in Colorado Springs, and what that means is I often get to meet clients at the breweries in Colorado Springs. What I love about Colorado Springs, it's easily one of my favorite things, is the locally owned and operated breweries. It's not just your average, ordinary, run-of-the-mill beer. These places are awesome, and you've seen our videos in the past where we've highlighted some of the other breweries that we really like in Colorado Springs. So we're going to expand that list for you today, and what that looks like is, let's start with Lost Friend. So if you are in the central part of the city, right, say North Academy area, North Academy Union, you need to stop by and see the folks at Lost Friend. Just there over the last weekend, and one thing that I love about Lost Friend is their patio. Their patio is fantastic. The second thing that you gotta love about Lost Friend is the wide range of beers that they have. I happened to get one of their seasonals, and then we ended up getting two of their flagships. So the first one that we had was the Burden of Proof Margarita Sour. Now, I'm not always a fan of sours, but this was a great beer coming in at 5.6 ABV. And it really was. It was like drinking a margarita, and it had that little kick at the end for the sour. It was a great beer. Next up for Lost Friend was the Fear Thane Scottish Wee Heavy. Now, that's an 8% beer, and as the name implies, it's a Scottish Wee Heavy, and it was really, really good. A lot of flavor for a Scottish. It kind of surprised me, to be honest with you. And then, obviously, my favorite beer at Lost Friend is an IPA. I am a hophead, and the Homeward Bound Hazy IPA came in at 7.1. Super great beer. I love Lost Friend. The atmosphere is great, and the Homeward Bound is fantastic. Next stop is Jack's. Anybody out in the 80831 or near Falcon and Peyton, you need to get into Jack's. My favorite beer at Jack's, hands down, is the Jackrabbit IPA coming in at 5.9. It's definitely my go-to anytime I'm at Jack's. Probably my favorite part about Jack's Brewery is just the hometown feel, man. It is like Cheers. You walk into Jack's, everybody knows you. It's a cool spot. So get out to Jack's. You won't be disappointed. Next up is Todd and his team over at Red Leg. At Red Leg, or even if I'm not at Red Leg, if I'm just picking up a six-pack, the Hilo Hefeweizen, as the name would imply. It's a 5.4, super easy drinking. I love the Hilo Hefe. The Howitzer is great at 5.8. And then, of course, again, being a hophead, their Wild Weasel IPA comes in at 6.5, and that's really my go-to. If I'm not drinking the Hilo Hefe, I'm over with the Wild Weasel. I love their IPA. Todd, you and your team are rock stars, dude. Good job over there at Red Leg Brewing. Local Relic. This place is cool. So one of the best parts about Local Relic is they don't have a flagship. Local Relic is known for not brewing the same beer twice. So it's hard to say what their menu is. You need to go into the brewery to find out what they have available. And I think that's super cool. As somebody who's really into local breweries, I just think that's a great idea. The other great part about Local Relic, it's a repurposed church. They're in a church on a corner lot in downtown Colorado Springs. So Local Relic's just done a really eclectic, interesting thing with their brewery in that their location, the building that they're in, and the venue, as well as not having flagships or a regular tap handle. It's all rotating all the time. That said, I've never gone into Local Relic and walked out disappointed. They have great beers, and there's always something for somebody anytime you go in. So make sure you check out Local Relic downtown. Last, definitely not least, I love Metric. I love Metric Brewing, and I love the people that own Metric Brewing. They're fantastic folks. What's really, really cool about Metric is they have a great patio, dog-friendly, which most of the breweries that we're in have a tendency to be dog-friendly in one way, shape, or form, but also the rotating food truck selection. So all of these breweries are going to have the rotating food trucks, but what's cool about Metric is that's right there on the patio, and so when the weather is nice, you get the opportunity to have a fantastic beer and great food on their patio. That said, if it gets too cold, there's plenty of space inside Metric, and there's plenty of games. They have great games. Just an overall cool atmosphere at Metric. I happened to be in there over the holidays, and they had a special brew, the Yukon Cornelius Peppermint Hot Chocolate Stout. Thankfully, it was a cold day that day. I don't normally do stouts on warm days, but this was really, really good. It was the Yukon Cornelius, and it lived up to its name. It really tasted like hot peppermint chocolate. It was so, so good. The other thing that we had was a Belgian triple. Now, the Belgian triple came in at 9.3. So that was very much a tulip beer. You're only going to get a tulip of that Belgian triple, but it was really, really good. Enjoyed the taste, and it was very, very robust in that capacity. And then, of course, when I'm in there, Pascal's Treasure. That's just an easy drinker across the board. So when I am at Metric and I can't make up my mind, I just always go back to Pascal's Treasure. It's just really, really easy drinking. It's a great session beer for sure. So these have been some of our updated favorite breweries here in Colorado Springs. Again, we'll keep hitting the pavement and see what else we can find. If you know of any that we should be hitting, please comment below. We would appreciate that. Also, it would mean the world to us if you went down below and subscribed to our YouTube channel. We're here every single week providing value for you in one way, shape, or form. If you're local to the Colorado Springs area, please go down below and hit us up on Facebook or Instagram at My Front Range Living. We're always out and about in town trying to bring value to you to see what you want to go do out there. As always, we appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. It means the absolute world to us. I am Mark with My Front Range Living, powered by RE/MAX Integrity. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you soon.